Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and welcome to Free 5 Friday. Let me give you just a tiny bit of history about Free 5 Friday. It is a blog that I started in April of 2020 when I was a member of a Facebook crafting group called Junk Journal with Penny. And because so many people had no more access to thrift stores or in some cases retail and craft stores because of lockdown, I decided to create a blog where every Friday I shared 5 free files that I got from the public domain that I edited and uploaded on the blog for whoever wanted to use them. And I kept that blog going for 67 weeks without missing a post, from April of 2020 to July of 2021. So what Fridays are about is I'm going to take some digitals from each of those posts, and I'm going to do it in sequence, and make some ephemera from them. Now the very first one has 7 files. I started it by buying an antique suitcase in the local Goodwill about 2 days before they shut down. And so I printed off these 4 plus 3 more and decorated this old vintage suitcase to go with my dress form that's dressed up in a vintage outfit, just to give it some character. So this evening what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create 2 postcards from these. This one I think I'll create a ticket, and this will just be a little journaling card. These are all in the public domain, so this is what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to back this plain white paper, because it's cardstock. I want to say it's 110 pounds. It's substantial, but it's not near thick enough. So, and then I have all of this craft paper that is much thicker, that has these designs I would never use on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue stick and just put a layer of glue over the whole back, because what I want to do is cut it all at once. I think I'll get a better result cutting it all at once than I would if I cut each individual thing out and then try to measure the little rectangles and the one oval to the back. So that looks, nope, I see a spot that I missed. With the lighting the way I have it set up, I can't see it unless I hold it up against the camera. Not against the camera, against the light. It's been a long day. I've had an ear infection this week, and today's the first day that I've actually felt human. So I'm just trying to do what I can to keep that going. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is line up these just make sure that the inside print is within those lines, and I can go up with this one slightly. But now that okay, that's good. That glue stick grabs really well, for which I'm glad, because as I said in a previous video, I am not a fan of glue stick, but at the same time I was really tired of my PVA glue mixture just saturating my images way too much, no matter how lightly I put it on. So I had to come up with something else, and so far I'm happy with that. Now, as I tell everyone, I iron everything, so I am going to hit this with the iron really fast. It won't take but a second, so I am not going to pause. It just makes the glue sit a little better, and I know I'm knocking the light. Okay, so I just found a ruler that shouldn't glare, so it's not the metal one. So I am going to do just a few preliminary cuts here. I don't know if I'm going to hit that first thing or not. Let's try. Let's see. Ah, hot dog. That'll work. Okay, so let's just continue with these. Yeah, I thought these would make really good postcards, and I don't have a journal to put them in yet. But in my wallpaper series, I have a piece of wallpaper that I was thinking of using as a cover for a journal, and I know that I've already done that as a project. In fact, it's set or scheduled to go out tonight about 12:30, so technically tomorrow. But it never hurts to, you know, have things ready to go. And so yeah, I think these would make really good additions to travel journals, or anything that you'd want to use a vintage look for. Okay. One thing I didn't put over here was my ink. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. I don't trust myself quite 100% putting this, trying to put it right down the line without a better guide. Okay, so let's do that. I think that will work. Yep. And then you know what, before I do that, let's just come in. I can do it just like this. Lay that to the side, because that's going to have to be scissors to get that one going. Okay, 3 down, 1 to go. Alright. Well, let's just cut this little bit of excess off right here. And let's see how successful I am at, I'm going to hold it so that the light, I know that there are probably people out there that are cringing at me using these tiny scissors. I have not broken down and bought any Tim Holtz scissors. The most I have done with Tim Holtz is have a few paper packs, to my knowledge anyway. But you never know. Well, that's not terribly bad. It's a little dented. Okay, let me get my ink. And as I said in another video, I make my own ink. And this particular ink is made from coffee. And I have this rubber stopper, plastic stopper actually, jar lid that didn't have a jar, and so that's what I use to put my ink in. This is a little jar my mom gave me. I think it might have had orange juice or something in it. And then the little plunger just fits right in here. Okay, so let's just go around it real gentle like. It's a little bit soupy. But that's okay. It works. Okay, and there's that one. That's now, before I go any further. Now this corner punch is a 10, a 7, and a 4, but this one is a 2. So it's the smallest I have ever seen. That's what I want to use on these postcards. Is a 2. And this is why I wanted to what am I saying? This is why I wanted to put the backing on first, so that it all could be trimmed at the same time. Okay. And this digital, I don't know if you can see it, but it has, I can't read that first word, but it says H.H. Mayer, D.E.N. 27 April 1901. I'm not sure which country this is from. I probably could go back to where I downloaded it from and find out. But that looks good. That looks really good. So let's do the back. Okay, now let's do this one. And I just printed these off a couple hours ago maybe. Let's try this one again. Sometimes when those little bits of paper get hung up in that little corner piece, it just don't want to cut right. So that's why I turn it upside down, so I can make sure that the corner is in the corner where it's supposed to go. husband's in the bed, and if he can hear the knocking, he'll think, who is at the door at this hour? Oops, I didn't get that quite where it needed to be. And still didn't. That means there's a piece of paper hung in there. Yeah, this part can be a pain if it don't want to do what it wants to do. Well, I am going to remedy that by doing a 4. That should just, well, now it's not going to do anything. Aha, we'll do it this way. We're just going to do that. And we're going to, well, that's it. That's the best it can be. You know what? Maybe not. Let's add just a little bit of roundness there. Okay. It'll have to do. It's a postcard that's been through some stuff. It's got a dented corner. Okay, and this one also has the has a different name here, but it also says 27 April 1901. So yeah, really pretty postcard material. Okay, now this one, let's see, let's do this one in a 4. I might have been mistaken about that. It might be a 4 too, but I could have swore it said 2 when I bought it. Okay, now let's now some people are not that particular with their holes, but I like for it to line up probably closer to the middle than I can estimate. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's just put me a little tiny hole, except I should have went all the way up. Okay. Okay, that's done. There's a hole. So the goal is with this free 5 Friday is that it probably will end up being every other Friday because I have decided to do a daily, well, I'm calling it daily, project, but I think I'm going to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday one week and a Tuesday, Thursday another week, because I do other things and I do have, you know, children, grandchildren, husband, parents, all that kind of stuff. And then the other thing too is my parents are getting older. They live in another state 3 hours away, and I go visit them about once a month and spend anywhere from 3 to 5 days. So during that week, unless I schedule something ahead of time, there wouldn't be any posts. So I don't want to make a commitment that I can't live up to. So that's why I'm thinking the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, I am going to do one other thing, and I forgot to get my stamp out, so let me do that right now. Obviously a stamp that I can't find the right one I'm looking at. Maybe it's in here. Alright, so now I have never used my coffee ink on a stamp like this. So we'll see how this works. And hopefully it won't dry before I get all this done. Okay. Even if it's on there faint, it'll be on there. So, I hope I'm in the shot because, let's see, can I do it? No, can't do it. I'll make sure I'm in the shot for the next one. Well, that's not bad. Could be better, absolutely. But it just looks worn, don't it? So, there's that one. Let me pour just another very, that's probably too much, but it'll work. A little bit of, I hope I did put that right side up. Let's put just a little bit. Yeah, I should have juiced this up the first time. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Ah, much better. Much better. Alright, so that is the project. I'm going to leave those up so they can dry. This one, I think will just end up being a little journaling card. It can be tucked in a little pocket somewhere. This one just needs some string on it. I'll probably just put some actual just cotton string on it. I guess I could do that. Run it a little bit. You know, my husband went to bed and I'm like, oh boy, I can do the video now. And so I didn't. I did get some of my supplies out, but not enough to do what I'm doing, but that's okay. Alrighty. Well, that's my timer that I thought I put, that I was hoping would be silent, but obviously it's not. Because my camera will cut off at 25 minutes and I set this for 24, so probably not bad timing. So there's the tag, the journaling spot, and 2 postcards. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.